Okay, so we start off the new season of Basketball Wives with the whole thing that was taking over the pandemic, the Black Lives Matter, and all the stuff that's going on. So the first scene that we have is with Shawnee and her kids. Her kids are deciding to move to Louisiana and go to LSU. So Shawnee is thinking about making a decision to move closer to her kids since her kids will be so far away. So then we have another scene with Malaysia, and Malaysia's talking to her kids, cute little scene or whatever. So she's talking to them, and the kids is playing. So in this scene, you have Evelyn and Phoebe. So Evelyn and Phoebe meet, and they're excited to see each other and all that stuff. So they talk about what happened last season with Ev and OG, and how Ev was getting threats and stuff after the whole incident happened. And Evelyn was telling Phoebe, like, that's not what she meant, and her intentions were pure, that she didn't even mean anything about the post that she made on Instagram with the gorilla emoji on there. And so she started getting emotional, and Phoebe consoled her and was like, it's okay. So then they end up talking about who Phoebe's now dating, which is her ex that she was dating some time ago. She has some insecurities because he cheated on her before. So she's trying to get over the fact that, he cheated, and she's giving him another chance. So that's what they're talking about in this scene. So the next scene is Jackie and OG. So Jackie is asking OG if she can sit down with Shawnee and get the whole thing situated so that when they see each other, it won't be any problems. And OG tells Jackie, like, sis, you don't even have to worry about all of that. She has papers on them, and it's a whole, like, lawsuit thing. So she's telling her, like, it's bigger than that. But she has no problem sitting down with Shawnee, talking about any issues that they have so that it can be resolved. And if you've been watching Basketball Wives long enough, you would know Jackie is in for a good sit down. Y'all could have had ripped each other hair apart, poked each other eyes, removed the eye socket and everything. Jackie will still be like, well, let's just try to sit down and talk about it. Like, girl, Jackie, okay, she's always in for something like that. So the next thing you have Phoebe, Evelyn, and Malaysia. Evelyn set up a cooking session for Phoebe because Phoebe does not know how to cook, and I guess she struggles in the kitchen. So now that she has a man, she should learn how to cook, right? So this is the scene, and Phoebe talks about her relationship, her insecurities with Evelyn and Malaysia. So Evelyn is telling Phoebe, like, you need to work out your insecurities and your trust issues with your man because it can really affect your relationship. So this scene, Phoebe's just explaining to them, like, yeah, she needs to work on it and things like that, and learning how to let go, all the things that come with having a good relationship. That's what they talk about in this scene. So the next thing you have Shawnee and Jackie, and Shawnee is planning on moving to Houston to be closer to her babies that are going to LSU. So she is planning on telling Jackie, so she's scared about that because Jackie is not good with the change and stuff like that. So she ends up telling Jackie, like, Jackie, I'm moving to Houston to be closer to the kids and stuff like that. So Jackie's like in shock and like, she's moving, what? So she tells Shawnee, like, yeah, I understand. Those are your kids, so you have to move. So she ends up understanding, and that's what happens in this scene. Not too much really going on in this scene. Okay, so now we are introduced to Liza. Liza is moving to LA. She's the ex of Lamar Odom, and she met Shawnee when Lamar was playing in LA. So they became good friends. And in this scene, she just talks about, like, how she was married to Lamar Odom and how, the kids saw how Lamar was going through a lot of mental health issues, abusing alcohol and drugs and everything like that. So I think that'll be her storyline for this season. I don't know, who knows, but it's just her meeting Evelyn and getting a type of, a feel for everything. So that's what happened in this scene. So this scene, Liza meets Malaysia and Evelyn's crew, and they're giving back to the community by helping them with their laundry, helping them pay for their laundry. So Liza, she really likes this and feels like this can be a start of a good friendship because she likes to give back. So this scene is just them helping the community with their laundry and stuff like that. So Evelyn is asking Malaysia, like, can she sit down with Jackie and talk about, the differences that they had, the whole situation that happened last season. So Malaysia's like, I'll think about it and I'll see and I'll get back to you. So in this scene, Phoebe and Damien are together and they're talking about them getting engaged and getting married, and Phoebe saying that she's scared and all this other stuff and expressing herself to him as she should. I mean, that's somebody you're going to get married to. So they talk about that in this scene. Nothing really too much about it, just communicating with each other. And it's a real cute scene. So the picture that you see is with Damien and Phoebe. And so Damien is helping Phoebe remove the helmet off of her head without taking off her wig. I thought this was a real funny scene because, it's real when your man is helping you with your wig so it doesn't fall off. That was a real cute and funny scene. So the next scene is with Evelyn and Malaysia. So Malaysia is meeting up with Evelyn. And so they get into, I think it's like a bar or restaurant, and they sit down and they talk about how the whole pandemic thing is taking over and how everything is just closing down. So then Jackie walks in, and Malaysia is now upset that she has to sit here with Jackie because she's not over the whole situation that happened last season, with the whole calling Malaysia's kids dirty and stuff like that. And I just feel like Malaysia should just like let this just let it go at this point because it's been so long. Like, things are happening now. Just let it go and just be like, okay, we can sit down with each other, but we can't be friends. I get that part, but I feel like to just hold on to it is kind of pointless. Like, things are happening, people are dying now. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know, like, if somebody calls your kids dirty, like, you should not be, wanting to be around that person, period. But, like, it happened some time ago. And I would just be like, girl, as long as you don't come near me with no drama and you apologize, I won't, look for you. You ain't got to look for me. But we could be in a room together. We just not gonna be friends. That's just it. And that's okay. But to just get mad and like always walk out, like you're not resolving anything, you're just, walking away. Just confront it, say what you gotta say and let it go and then move on. That's how I feel about it. So after Malaysia walks out, being over the whole situation, we have the next scene with Jackie trying to get the event together, but everybody's calling her, the caterers, the event place is calling her, telling her that they're canceling it and they won't be able to cater, and the event looks like it's going to be canceled. So she's talking on the phone with OG, and she tells OG, like, I don't think you and Shawnee will be able to get together because the coronavirus is getting serious. So everybody understands and they just plan on doing something else. And Shawnee also calls Jackie and tells Jackie, like, Jackie, I don't think this event will be able to take place because the coronavirus is getting out of hand. So she's just going to go visit her kids and go see about them, and they can do something maybe next time. So her event ends up getting canceled, and that is the end of the show. And the next episode will be continuing on what happened in this episode. So that's it for Basketball Wives review. I will be making more videos coming up. I just want to know and see how you feeling about this new season, and how do you feel about this new season? Do you feel like it's going to be good, or do you feel like it's going to be boring because of Corona and the whole pandemic situation? Let me know. I would like to know your input on this whole situation.